this video we're going to look at perhaps one of the most misunderstood elements of the backswing, and that is creating width. That's something that I know a lot of you will have heard about, a lot of you will have potentially tried to incorporate into your game, possibly some of you will even have been taught this way. However, what I want you to understand today is that width in the backswing is not necessarily created in the way that you think. Now, this will also relate to your understanding of what we would call a one-piece takeaway. So, if I'm going to demonstrate what I see as one of the more common mistakes people make when referring to width in the backswing, it would look something like this. They build a setup and very simply try to make a takeaway where they keep the club head as low and as far away from the body as they can, believing that the wider the club head goes in the backswing, the more power you're able to create. Now, on the face of it, this seems reasonable, but unfortunately it's not quite correct. So what are we looking to do to create width in the backswing? Well, in the instance I've just given you, what we're talking about there is a position where we're referring to the club head. We're trying to keep the club head as far away from the body as we can. The problem with this is that when you make what you perceive to be a wide backswing in this fashion, is that you're delaying the use of the hands and the wrists in the backswing. And as the club continues in the backswing, eventually it's going to have to go up. So if we don't use the wrists at the start, keep the club head a long way from the body, the wrists become very active in the second half of the backswing, and we actually produce the opposite of what we're looking to create. So we go wide at the start, but as the wrists hinge, we produce a backswing which now looks very narrow. The club shaft is very low, very close to the body as our wrists reach a fully hinged position. This is not a great position for making a downswing from. As soon as you get into that very low, narrow position at the top of the backswing, the first reaction to that is going to be to throw the club shaft away from the body at the start of the downswing, producing a casting effect, which immediately throws away all your power, but it also, from a playing perspective, tends to get the club working over the top and across the line of the ball. It produces a pull, or invariably for many players is the root of a slice. So, what is the correct definition? How do we correctly find width in the backswing? Well, rather than look at the club head, width in the backswing relates to the club shaft position. The club head is not so important in this. The club shaft position, however, is crucial. So, when we make a takeaway, we're looking to produce a backswing where, as the body turns, the arms and the hands are also involved, and we're trying to create a position where halfway back we create what I call this box shape. So we've got the club shaft, the lead arm and the body making a box shape. Okay, for me this is the definition of a one-piece takeaway. It's not a stiff, rigid position where only the club head and the arms stay locked together. It's a position where the hands, wrists, arms and body all work together, or all work as one. They're all contributing together to create the takeaway. So the wrists will cock early, producing this box position, and then the second half of the backswing is simply a continuation of the shoulder turn, and you can see when I do that I have a much wider shaft position. The backswing will tend to be a little bit shorter, but as a consequence of the shaft being away from the body, it's a more powerful hitting position. So, width in the backswing is created by the club shaft position, not the club head. So, here's a very simple drill which you can practice out on the golf course or on the range to help you find the correct width in the backswing. We simply set a posture and we hinge the wrists up in front of us, the shaft sitting at around about a 45-degree angle up in the air there, and then we simply let the shoulders turn, and in the half backswing position you'll now create this box shape. The club shaft is away from the body. Okay, so by making that initial move and then allowing the shoulders only to complete the backswing, you'll find a much wider position at the top of the backswing, you'll build and store a lot more power for your downswing, and your downswing line or plane will be much more on the correct line or plane towards the ball rather than getting cast out and over the top.